After talking to some other Auburn content creators, I've decided to start a brand new segment that I've decided to title Better Know a Player. And each episode that I have, the goal of this show is going to be to put a spotlight on a different player on Auburn's roster. And for the first episode, the player I want to focus on is Auburn quarterback Grant Loy. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's start by looking at some of Grant Loy's stats, and as you can see here behind me, I've got just some of his measurables. So we've got, he's obviously playing quarterback, but he's a pretty big dude. So he's 6'4", 226 pounds, and just so you know who to look for when he's out on the field, he is wearing number 14 at Auburn this year. Before coming to Auburn for the 2020 season, Grant Loy was the starting quarterback at Bowling Green. While at Bowling Green, he threw for over 1,100 passing yards with about a 56.4% completion rate. He also threw for 6 passing touchdowns. He rushed for 427 yards and 4 touchdowns. On the positive side, he's a really big guy at 6'4" and 226 pounds. He has a lot of potential, but there is a downside. On the negative side, when he was at Bowling Green as the starting quarterback, he did throw 11 interceptions, so that is just something to keep in mind. As far as Grant's stats at Auburn go, last season he didn't see too much playing time. He got in during a game for Kentucky, and I think he got a 2-point conversion during that game, or was attempting a 2-point conversion. And then outside of that, he's done some work as placeholder. But that's about it as far as Auburn goes. Other than that, he's just been the backup quarterback. This next part I'm a little excited about because I want to show you just, with each player we spotlight, if I'm able to figure out some things that they like or they're interested in outside of Auburn football. I do want to tell you about that just because I feel like it's good to get to know the players on a personal level as much as we can as fans. And so I just want to show you a couple of things that Grant Loy is into. Based on Grant Loy's Twitter account, it does appear like he is a fan of rapper Juice WRLD, as well as a pretty big fan of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers football team. A little known fact about Grant Loy, it appears from Coach Will Bryant's Twitter account that he might have a nickname we did not know about, Swaggy G. So I'm hoping that's a name that everyone uses. I love it. I don't know. But Swaggy G. I'm going to need someone from Auburn to explain this next part to me because I'm a little confused. So if you look before I shift and show you what's below this, go ahead and look at this. So we've got 2020, he was a senior. And then 2021, he's using that COVID waiver, so he's going to be a senior again. But let me show you something that, I don't know if this is an oversight or if something changed with Grant that we didn't know about. But take a look at this. Does anyone notice something about these stats we've got for Grant? This is on Auburn's official website. So we've got in 2020, Grant was 6'5" and 230 pounds. In 2021, he's now 226 pounds. That's normal, lost a little bit of weight. Great. But now he's 6'4". How did the guy shrink? What's this about? Somebody tell me what's going on. Did the guy shrink? I know that 2020 was hard for everybody, but what's up with this? And now the question is, what's going to happen with Grant Loy from here? Honestly, we've got a loaded quarterback room, and I don't see Grant Loy getting too much play time. It's not because he doesn't have talent. It's because we just have a lot more talent ahead of him. So I don't think much is going to change this year for him unless there's some unforeseen circumstances. He's going to be, the number 4, number 5 guy. He's not going to be starting. Maybe even number 6. I don't know. But the truth is, in 2020, he got some playtime as a placeholder. He got some playtime as a 2-point conversion in a smaller game. Outside of that, I don't think we're going to see much from him unless something absolutely crazy happens. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but even based on his play, the play time he did have at Bowling Green, I'm just not blown away. I think he does have potential, but just based on what we already have with Bo Nix, Demetrius Davis, I'm hearing some good things about Lindsey possibly. But even with all that considered, I just don't think he's going to get a lot of playing time. All right, that's all I've got on Grant Loy. I hope you enjoyed this this episode of Better Know a Player, which is putting a spotlight on a player on Auburn's roster. If you have any other information you'd like to share that I missed on Grant, please feel free to drop it in the comments, or if you have any opinions, drop those down there too. And also, I want to ask you, if you have a player you'd like for me to feature in the future, go ahead and let me know. I'm not opposed to doing a spotlight on any player. So who would you like to see me feature in my next episode of Better Know a Player? I'm going to let you have some influence in this. I've got my schedule of who I think I want to do next, but if there's somebody everybody wants me to focus on, I may go with that idea instead. So go ahead and let me know in the comments below what you're thinking. Also, if you've made it this far, do me a favor, go ahead and like the video. It doesn't take much effort. Just click that like button real quick. And if you're not subscribed and you've been watching my content and you enjoy it, go ahead and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Thank you again for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it, and catch me again on the next episode of Better Know a Player.